I'm struggling, y'all. Game 3 of the NBA Finals just wrapped up. The final score is 116-107, a banger of a game. I'm really struggling. Struggling trying to figure out what I call this game. I think it's easy to be like, hey, man, Benedict Mathurin played 22 minutes. He had 27 points. Joining company of Manu Ginobili and I think Jason Terry for coming off the bench and dropping 25-plus in the NBA Finals. It's a crazy stat in under 25 minutes. It's easy to say it's the Benedict Mathurin game, right? But there's a part of me that want to get at to TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell just had maybe the loudest 10-point performance in NBA Finals history. Hell yeah, I'm being hyperbolic. I'm excited, baby. This is supposed to be a series that was supposed to be good. We got 2 banger of games out of 3. That's great. TJ McConnell came into this game and his first stint just electrified the crowd. It's what TJ McConnell does. Almost to a fault sometimes, but that's what he does. He had 5 steals. 3 of those steals, y'all, are off inbound plays. We're going to talk about OKC turnovers tonight, but they played an uncharacteristic brand of basketball for at least a second quarter and the fourth quarter, but uncharacteristic brand of basketball. TJ McConnell got 3 steals tonight off a made basket inbound play. The last one was damn near poetic. He gets to the basket. I think he's guarded by like Dub. He pump fakes 3 times. He missed a shot. Boom. It gets tipped out to Nembhard. Nembhard is 6 feet away from the basket. And I'm telling you, that 6-foot jump shot is one of the toughest shots you could take, bro. You're not close enough to lay it up. He had no momentum going towards the basket. It's not a flow to range. So it's like we got to pull up and shoot a full-ass jump shot from 6 feet away. Cash. Al Caruso said, we got to go. We got to go. We got numbers. If we go, he throws inbounds at boop. TJ McConnell just like the best DB in NFL history. Who is that? The best DB in NFL history. Peanut Tillman, bear down. He looked like Peanut Tillman. Bucket. So, yeah, we respect the hell out of the Ben Mathurin game. He was everything in a bag of chips. But you know what I want to do? Instead of just calling the Benedict Mathurin game, can we use it? Can we talk about it like the Grant Hill, Jason Kidd, Rookie of the Year, the co-Rookie of the Years, the co-Game 3 of the NBA Finals is TJ McConnell and Ben Mathurin, damn it. Boy, were they great tonight. I mean, I don't even know if there's words to explain type of scoring that Ben Mathurin was able to do. And there was times throughout this playoffs, not specifically this series, where Ben Mathurin was giving his team nothing. His fearlessness, his ability to get to the free throw line is so underrated for a team in the Pacers that just so far through the first 2 games just haven't been able to win the free throw battle. Even tonight, they didn't win the free throw battle. But for him to not only attempt 8 free throws, he had more than Shea. Yeah. He had more points than Shea. He had more free throws than Shea. Like, what world are we living in where he attempted more free throws than one of the most ball-dominant, I'm-going-to-get-you type players that we know? Insane Ben Mathurin game. While we stand on the Pacers, there's been a lot of conversations about Tyrese Halliburton, right? Between game number 2 and game number 3, everybody's asking the same stupid question. And the only reason it's stupid because nobody cares. Is he a superstar? Is he not a superstar? It's not relevant to anything, damn it. They're in the NBA Finals. The conversation around him is he a superstar? Is he not? His aggression levels and so on and so forth. After game number 2, he goes to the podium. He says, I got to be better at figuring out the defense faster. And his level of aggression was so much better tonight. I absolutely loved it. I didn't like the way they talked about it on the broadcast, I would say, though. He took 3 shots in the first couple minutes, and you would have thought that, like, I don't know, he never takes shots ever, the way they was talking about it on the broadcast. But shout out to my guy. He hit 4 threes. Some of those threes were like, one of those threes at least at the top of the key, he shot it, and he was sprinting back on defense because he knew it was cash. The floater was working. He did get downhill, touched the paint a lot today. He still hasn't attempted a free throw through 3 games, which is nuts to me. They did have a play late in this game where Dort hit him on the arm. I thought deserved free throws, but at that point they were playing a free throw game anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. But I don't think he's attempted a free throw so far in this finals, which is still kind of insane. Part of that is, of course, him not getting 2 feet in, and some of that is like missed call here or there. But great game from him. And I'm gonna read you Miles Turner's stat line: 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 for 11 from the field, 5 blocks, 2 turnovers. Nothing too dramatic, right? You know, in history, this game 3 for Miles Turner might get lost because we're just going to be looking at the box score. I thought Miles Turner, in that fourth quarter, shut the faucet off. On Chet, on drivers, he played so good for a guy that, again, throughout history is going to be looked at a 9.2 rebound performance. This is such a great game for the Pacers because I did feel like even in game 1 that they won, that they let OKC determine everything. You know, they did go on them those 2 big runs and eventually hit a game winner from Tyrese Halliburton. But, like, again, OKC fans walked out of like, damn, we fumbled another one just like we did game 1 against Denver. But, like, we controlled this game for so much. And you're showing a graphic that the Pacers had only had the lead before this game for like 2 minutes time. The pace, the way the game was being played, the intensity on both sides of the floor, all of that had been determined by OKC through the first 2 games. This is the first game in the series where I feel like they played Pacers basketball. And it's got to be scary for the Thunder because they've been able to basically mold every series that they've played based on what they want. And this is the first time where they got kicked in the mouth and it's like, oh, shit. Oh, man. Shea is seeing 2 bodies every single time. Shea in game number 2 played a near flawless performance. We talked about it. How he had 34, he had 8 assists, 5 steal stocks, and 5 rebounds. He was great. Decision-making was on as A+. Today was not one of them days. They sent help. But not only did they send help, they sent late help, they sent early help. They really made the brother think. And sometimes it felt like he was thinking a little bit too much, which is obviously not something you want to do. They did such a good job of keeping him off the line, which is it's a hard thing to do for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, he's a manipulator of defenses. So for him to finish this game with 6 free throws, you feel so great about that. He had 6 free throws and 6 turnovers. Again, he had 17 turnovers as a team. That's the most they've had all postseason long. And half of those, or more than half of those, 10 of those are between their 2 primary ball handlers, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Dub. Some of the passes they threw tonight were lazy. Hey, man, if Tyrese Halliburton is jumping your pass multiple times, maybe we should add some more zip to it, right? You know, throwing that late help as soon as they basically, and as much as I'm giving credit to Mathurin and TJ McConnell, I think the Pacers win this game based on their defense tonight. Again, you need those offensive performances, but the defense is what caused them to win this game, in my personal opinion. And they were swarming Shai the same way this same OKC team has been swarming Jamal Murray's, Jokic's, Anthony Edwards, and so on and so forth. You turn your back for a split second, I dare you to spin. Defender there. Turnover. It was... Again, the Pacers determining everything. And I thought that was maybe the biggest determinative factor in all of this, man. For them to have these levels of performances. And, you know, I thought in order for them, if I'm being candid to you, in order for them to go out there and really have a great chance to win this series, I thought one of the things that had to be there was they had to shoot a ton of threes and make a ton of threes. And you saw it in the game 1, right? They won the 3-point battle by like 21 points. I think they made 7 more threes than OKC in game number 1. Game number 2, that wasn't the case. They ended up losing. Tonight, they won a game where they hit 10 threes and OKC hit more threes. OKC hit 10. They hit 9. So it's like opening up a bunch of different possibilities to what this team could potentially do in the series. If, like, in my mind, I thought they needed to do this and they still won a game and they didn't do that thing. Again, this series has been about punching and retaliating to punches. And I thought that after game 1, Mark Daigneault made some great adjustments for game number 2. And I wonder what those adjustments look like for game 3. Luckily for us as NBA fans, we don't have to wait 3 days in between games anymore. They're giving us game 4 on Friday, right? So just like, boom, we right here, which, again, I love that. I feel like there's so much more that we can talk about. Pascal Siakam got a few switches early into the game when Shai got his first foul, and he took advantage of those. I think of the first 4 shots, he had 3 of them, or of the first 5 shots, he had 4 of them. That level of aggression never really went away. He was still fighting, competing. I thought OKC actually did a pretty good job of preventing him in a lot of cases. But this was one of them games where OKC, you look back on it like, damn, that's not us. And we can't allow that to be the case again and then one more time. This series is fucking over. Shai did not have a good performance. Again, Chet was not good today. Again, he started off, he had 15 points early on, but like outside of that, not necessarily doing it. And one of my major criticisms for OKC for the last 2 years, and I know I've brought it up a couple different times, whether it be on here or the podcast, I don't really remember, is their lack of three-point volume. And in a game where you're not winning the turnover battle, in the game where, you know, so-and-so is happening, I just feel like they should be able to get more threes up, man. Because this might be stupid to say, but if you take away the 6 Chet Holmgren missed threes, they shot very well from 3. How can we generate more threes? Isaiah Joe sidestep 3. One of the Dort threes, he shot that shot so high that it went above the camera and came in like a missile, like a torpedo. It just splash. I don't know what the hell is going to happen for the rest of this series. But for the Pacers or for the OKC Thunder to be minus 700 favorites to win this and to be down 2-1 is so intriguing to me. Obviously, they mentioned on the broadcast, they've been here before, right? They were down 2-1 to the Denver Nuggets. That went to 7, but they won in 7. So I'm not here. I'm not a Nostradamus. I would be a gazillionaire if I could predict the future because I would just gamble all damn day. So I don't know what the hell is going to happen next. But all I care about is the product that's in front of us. And again, 2 of those 3 games have been amazing. And I can't wait to wake up tomorrow and rewatch some of these things and figure out exactly what the OKC Thunder can do differently for game number 4 or what the Pacers can build on for game 4. Because one of the things is like you can't get too stuck in what was working, especially against these 2 good teams, right? We can't say, oh, this worked in game number 3, so we just need to run it back at game number 4 because teams are smarter than that. So you need to have a counterpunch to the team that's having the counterpunch. So, yeah, we threw all of this help at Shea. We did this and we did that, and maybe we do it just a little bit different because now they're preparing for us to do it this way. I cannot believe where we're at, man. I cannot believe where we are at. One of the most improbable playoff series, and so far it has had an improbable outcome through 3 games. Let me know what you think about this one. I can't wait.